should never allow the government to decide what is acceptable speech and what is unacceptable speech. We should penalize behaviors, not opinions, and not speech. If you start trying to regulate speech, you start trying to regulate thoughts, start trying to regulate beliefs rather than behaviors, there's no way that you're not going to abridge the constitutional rights of millions of Americans.
أهلا، أنا عمران دقنيش. لقد رأيتني في سيارة الإسعاف في حلب. عندما أطاحت الطيارات الجوية بمنزل عائلتي. أنا بأمان الآن. أردت أن أجيب على تساؤل شخص ما حول مشاعري عن نفسي وعن عائلتي عن طريق قول أنا بخير وأنا أحبك أيضا يا ديفيد.
This is Dr. Paul Bearer, and I'll be lurking for you next on Creature Feature. This is Dr. Paul Bearer, and I'll be lurking for you next on Creature Feature.
We're 44, we show you the life.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Creature Feature. Now, here is your host, Dr. Paul Bearer.
Hang on, I'll be right with you. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I got it done. Just decorating the tenement castle for the Ghoul-tide season. And, of course, I had to hang the mistletoe, complete with the real toe. Well, that's just in case anybody drops in. A little bit later on, we'll be trimming the tree and reading a bedtime story to Benjamin Bach and doing all the things one does in the Ghoul-tide season. But right now, let's watch a horrible old movie for this afternoon. It's really horrible. Well, my name is Dr. Paul Bearer.
$11:55, just time for one more ghost story. On the 21st of April, the fog rolled in and the township of Antonio Bay felt the chill of death coming upon them. A local radio station DJ, Stevie Wayne, was just signing on and saw things begin she would never forget. Now 32 years later, the fog has returned. This time most of the people of this small town have died or moved away, but some have never left. Stevie Wayne now resides on a nearby island. Her son Andy has moved away and is now a professional car driver. That night he was racing in his Herbie the Love Bug at the track, never realizing the events that would shortly happen in Antonio Bay. A stranger returned to the city limits. Her name was Elizabeth. She sought out her old friend who she met one night while hitchhiking. She never would forget this encounter though.
Sure could go for some good old-fashioned lemonade.
What's old-fashioned mean?
Old-fashioned means pitching horseshoes, opening a door for a lady, good old-fashioned taste of country time.
Grandma says you're old-fashioned.
I guess I am.
Says I'm old-fashioned too.
Country Time drink mix, and now new sugar-free Country Time.
Tastes like good old-fashioned lemonade.
The following AMCO message is for everyone with transmission worries.
Oh, no.
That nagging feeling that something is wrong with your transmission.
Oh, no.
And you're afraid it could be serious. AMCO would like to remind you that over half the people who brought their cars to us needed only minor repairs or service. If you're worried about your transmission,
Oh, no.
come into AMCO. AA.
Horrible old movie for the Saturday before Christmas, and since it is the Saturday before Christmas, and I promised to read Benjamin Bach, A Bad Time Story, I thought I'd read him. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Have the book right here. Well, let's see. Here we go. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the castle not a creature was stirring, not...
Well, he may not be stirring, but he sure is getting restless.
Yeah, I know it. Now, pipe down so I can get on with the story here. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. And,
Squeak! Sheesh. I'd sure hate to buy cheese for that mouse. I wonder what you'd feed a mouse that big anyway.
well, really, anything he wants. And Cool it now, okay? Let's go on. All right. The stockings were all hung on the gallows with care in the hopes that St. Nicholas would soon beware. Say, this is getting pretty good. So while I finish reading it to Spedgeman Bach, why don't you see if you can finish watching some more of our horrible old movie?
Stevie entertained various men who would come by to reminisce about her days on the radio. She would never let them stay though. They had to leave by 3 a.m. rules of the house. No men after midnight until dawn. From her window, she saw the fog roll in and saw the nightmarish faces of ghouls looking into her room while her lovemaking stopped from the screams. She ran out to her old VW Rabbit and drove to the town hall, looking for the church where they had come the last time. There she saw Elizabeth. They both ran into the church, looking for the pastor. Father Malone had been killed that horrible night by the leper colony who returned from their icy and cold deaths from the sea. There in the darkness of the church chapel, Elizabeth saw Blake again, mysteriously reappearing in the foggy gloom. She screamed at him, or could this have been someone other than Elizabeth?
Stevie looked at this woman who screamed and wondered, "Who are you?" In came Nick Castle with the real Elizabeth. It looks like Laurie Strode had come to the wrong town this time. She thought this was Hadenfield, but it wasn't Illinois. This was California, baby.
Well, Frank fans, we certainly hope you enjoyed our Christmas offering today on Creature Feature. It's been just another quiet day around the tenement castle. Gee, I'd have thought somebody from the funeral home would have come by to wish us Merry Christmas, but, well, what the heck. I guess I'll read the latest issue of Saturday Evening Ghost. There ought to be something Christmassy in here. Yeah, it's sure to be with Santa Claus on the cover. Too bad he never made it by. What is that? By golly, I believe someone's at the door. Hang on a second. Let me see who's there. I wonder who it could be. Wow, look at this, would you? Well, son of a gun. How about this? Yeah. Don't worry about it. It wasn't worth anything anyway. Oh, son of a gun. They all came by. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, all I have. Happy New Year today, yeah.
Tampa Bay, we show you the good life. We're 44. This is Dr. Paul Bearer, and I'll be lurking for you next on Creature Feature.